So this time in my Cassia experiments, I wanted to try to add to the Cassia mix walnut hull powder. So I searched, and the only place I could find that sells it is on ecoverde.de. I will leave the link below, and this was the brand I found. It was the same brand that I believe it was the same brand that had the rhubarb also. It's an Italian brand, and I read online that some people say that you should mix the walnut hull powder first. So you should boil it first in water and before you apply it. So I wanted to check whether there is a difference in just mixing it directly into the Cassia mix, so using it like a normal powder, or actually diluting it first in boiling tea, in my case tea, and to see if there was a difference in color from both methods. So I have to say that when you are preparing the mix, one thing you have to be careful is that the walnut hull powder, it's not like a Cassia. So when you mix Cassia with water, it turns into a mud. When you mix walnut hull with water, you just get like a liquid, it's like coffee. So you have to be careful, because in my case what happened was that I tended to put much more water than was necessary, because I was led into mistake because of that. So that was the preparation. So what I did was I prepared 2 bowls. On each bowl 3 tablespoons of Cassia, 2 tablespoons of apple juice, 1 tablespoon of conditioner, and the remaining tea in order to make it into a pudding type of mix. And on one of the bowls, as I said, I mixed directly the walnut hull powder with the Cassia, and on the other one I diluted it first in hot tea, boiling tea, and I let it there for like about 5 minutes before I actually then mixed it into the Cassia mix. And so the preparation itself, as I said, you have to be careful, because you will end up, so it's not like Cassia, it will not turn into mud, it's more like as I said, coffee. Then also during the application, so I have to say that the application is so much more messy than when you just use Cassia in both cases. So even though so after dye release, because it's here very hot now, so during what happens always during dye release, because I leave it for dye release always more than 12 hours, what happens is that it always dries a little. So even though it was pretty liquid the night before, this morning one of them, so the one where I didn't dilute into water, was already pretty hard. So it was very easy to apply like normal Cassia on that side. The other one, the one where I diluted it in water, it didn't really turn into pudding as much. It was for some reason harder to dilute. Maybe I used more liquid, I don't know, to be honest I can't say, but it was harder to mix it, and not to mix it, to apply it, because it was very liquid. So the one where I mixed the powder directly into the Cassia, it was easier to apply. The other one where I diluted it first, it was very hard to apply because it was very liquid and it made a big mess. But on both sides, so even on the side where it was a strong paste, thick paste that was easy to apply, even on that side, as soon as I applied it, it just started like melting, I don't know. So I had drops of mud, not really mud, more like watery mud, falling down my face, so I always had to be careful not to stain anything. The good news is, like, I was worried this would stain everything, and it doesn't. It's like Cassia, it's okay. It's very easy to clean afterwards, the sink and everything. It's no problem at all. But anyway, if this doesn't work, then, or if the impact is very minimum, maybe I won't use it again, because it's not very user friendly, I would say. It's very messy.
So I forgot to say that I told you the amounts I applied of everything else except for the amount of walnut hull powder. It was half tablespoon on each bowl. Right now my hair is still wet, so I can't really see yet the impact. I always wait at least 24 hours. It takes a while for you to see results. But so far this is how it looks like. And this was the side where I applied the mix with directly, so that I applied the powder directly, and this is the side where it was diluted first. So I slept with my hair still wet. I usually don't do that, but it's so hot here now. And one thing I want to say is that the pillow cover didn't get stained, so I was afraid that the walnut powder would stain. It does not stain. And I will now show you how it looks like today. So this is second day here. So you can't really see yet the full color effect, only tomorrow, but for now you can already see that my hair got much darker. So generally just got more brown, so more my natural color. I also think there is better gray coverage than just with Cassia, but so far I think my hair got too dark for me. I was enjoying having like highlights, so having the Cassia effect, making my hair blonder. Here with the walnut hull powder, my hair just got darker and more brown, which is my natural color actually. So I think this is a good solution for someone who just wants a very natural color, who has brown hair and just wants a natural color. Also someone who wants to go darker. Maybe blonde people want to go darker and more brown. But if you want to have blonde highlights, this is not really the solution, because as you can see, the grays, they turn more into an ashy color, so like light brown, maybe not really light brown, more like, yeah, ashy. So they are not really as gray as before. Some of them even got more tainted, but it's not a blonde color anymore.